Hello everybody and welcome to Quilt Club for April 2024. I can't believe we're hurtling along at the speed we are. My crocuses are up and blooming, and with today's rain they're going to be even happier. So spring is on the way. Eclipse is on Monday, so I hope you all have a fun time hopefully taking that in. So we have lots of stuff going on. I'm just going to go over the block and then I'll tell you about a few things that are going to be coming up in the imminent future. So this is this month's block. So it is a beauty. I love this sort of spinning pinwheel spiral effect that we've got going on. It's quite a piecey block. It is very straightforward though. You can watch the how-to video. It is a square in square block times 3. So we've got our center square in there, the light center with the black, and then we're adding on 2 colored triangles on the 4 sides. And then the same thing again repeated on the 4 sides of that second round of square and square. So it's quite piecey. Watch the how-to video if you want some hints and tips. I was a little intimidated when I first saw it, but I actually really enjoyed putting this block together and it turned out beautifully. So hopefully you will have fun with it as well. And if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to get in touch with us and we can talk you off the ledge and help you through the process. So you will see behind me, we've got the block in our square on blue and orangey, rust orange colorway is over here. And I'm just going to turn my table a wee bit so you can see the other one. And there's the other one at the top over here. So you can see that one as well. That design really pops out on that one, but they're both beautiful blocks. So lots going on this month. We have a blue-green sale coming up in store only on predominantly blue and green fabrics, and that is April 15th to 21st. They're all going to be 25% off. One exception to that is our new Shoreline collection, which, as you know, is blue and green with some creams and taupes in there. That is brand new to the floor, so we're not going to include it in the blue-green sale. Our apologies for that, but it's brand new, so we want to let it have its time in the limelight first. On the 30th of April, we will again be featuring a product for our 30th anniversary of the store. So the one product will be 30% off for one day on April 30th. And in April, we're going to be focusing on thread. So no more details than that, but that's going to be the feature in April. So you can watch for that later on in the month. The Hills and Valleys Shop Hop is coming up. It is in the first weekend of May. So this year is the 2nd to the 4th of May. We have our usual 4 shops involved: a Creemore House of Stitches, Threads That Bind in Maxwell, Creek Bank, Sewing Machine, Sewing Center in Con, which is near Mount Forest, and ourselves, Country Concessions in Cookstown. So it's a lovely drive through the countryside at that time of year. Usually it's starting to green up and it's a really nice time to get out for a drive. So this year we're doing something a little bit different. We are featuring 4 different table runners from a pattern booklet called Modern Holiday Table Runner from Cluck Cluck Sew. So each shop is featuring a different runner from this booklet. So Creemore is doing the tulips. We are doing the July Stars table runner. Creek Bank is doing fall pumpkins, and Threads That Bind is doing Holiday Lane, it's called. It's a nice little one with houses. Because the the runners are all different sizes, the kits are going to be different prices. They range from $31.95 up to $42.95, and we're in the middle. I'm going to show you our rendition. This is our sample. I'm just gonna, quite a big runner, but it's beautiful. This is ours, and I'm going to come close so you can see the fabrics. There they are there. So the fabrics are from a collection called Starlet. It's from Blank Quilting, and it's a huge range of colors, all with little stars on them. So it's a really pretty collection. Each one of the shops has used the same fabric collection for their project, but we've all chosen different colors. So it's got a common theme, but they're all different. So as you travel to the 4 different stores, you will have a passport. You'll get a stamp in your passport at each store. The 4 stamps in your passport allows you to enter the draw for our wonderful prizes, which are $1,000 shopping spree is our grand prize, 4 $150 sprees are our secondary prizes, and then we've got 16 $50 gift cards for at each shop as our third prizes. So lots of great prizes. You can buy a kit for each runner at each shop that you go to. And then when you get to the last shop that you visit with 4 stamps in your passport, you'll have the option of buying the pattern booklet for just $12.99. The regular price is $21.99. So it's a really great deal on the pattern booklet with the stamps in your passport. If you don't have the 4 stamps in your passport, you can still buy the pattern booklet, but it'll be the regular price of $21.99. We have a website. If you Google Hills and Valleys Shop Hop, you will be able to find the website for the Hills and Valleys Quilt Shop Tour. You'll be able to download a pattern from there, a passport from there, and all the information about the shops and a map of the tour and everything else. So be sure to check that out. Lastly, Mother's Day will be here on May the 12th, and we wanted to do something to honor mothers, and there's lots of us who are mothers or have mothers. Everybody has a mother. If you come into the store with your mom or a picture of your mom, because lots of us don't have our moms anymore, you will be entitled to a 20% discount on your purchase that day. So bring your mom. If you can't bring your mom, bring a picture of your mom. And I think it's going to be lots of fun, and we may have some little goodies to give away during that special time. Okay, so let me get these off of here, and we'll go on to the products that we're featuring this month. So first thing is a product that is called 3-yard zippers. Zippers by the yard. So each one of these packages contains 3 yards, or in one case, the metallic ones are 2.5. 3 yards of zipper tape. So in there you can see you've got rolled up zipper tape, and you also have a whole bunch of pulls. So the number of pulls in the packaging varies from 7 to 9. The regular colored zipper tape, we have all sorts of different colors. We've got tons of them. And then there are quite a lot of different metallic tapes. So they have teeth in silver or gold, antique gold. This one is kind of a rainbow style. You can see that. It's very cool. So there is a more limited selection of tape colors with the metallic teeth, but we still have a wide variety. So these are especially good when you are creating bags. In a lot of bags, you have multiple different sizes of zippers that you need for the one project. And if you're trying to buy multiple different sizes in the same color or coordinating colors, sometimes it can be challenging to find them all. It also gets costly. This allows you to buy 3 yards of tape and then cut it up into the lengths you need and affix one of the zipper pulls, so that you can create your own length of zipper, exactly the size you need to use in your project. So it's a very cool way of custom creating zippers in exactly the size you need for your different projects. The one thing that puts people off getting the zipper tape sometimes is you get the tape, and there's the 2 pieces separated, and then you got this whole bunch of pulls. So these are nice metallic pulls. And I have to get the pull on the end of the zipper tape, which can be a little bit fiddly. So we have a great tool that allows you to attach the zipper tape. This is called a zipper jig. It's from Gypsy Quilter. It is $27.99 less your 20%, and this makes putting the pull on the zipper tape a piece of cake. So I'm just going to move the camera. Okay, so here we have our zipper jig, and when I get this out of the packaging, you can see that it's an interesting slanted holder. It has slots on there for a size 3 or a size 5 zipper, and the bottom edge is a sort of grippy texture, so when you put it down, it's not going to slide around too much. And what I'm going to do is take my zipper pull, and I'm going to put it with the back side. I got to make sure I'm on the right side. This is the size 5. So I'm going to make sure the zipper pull is on there. The back is facing towards you. So I also have to have the back of the zipper facing towards you. So this is the side that's going to go towards you guys. And I'm going to take the 2 ends of the zipper tape. I've trimmed off the edges so they're nice and smooth and they're perpendicular to my the bottom edge, to the zipper. And I'm going to take the 2 sets of teeth and slide them down into the pull. And then I'm just going to pull those down. And you can see they slide in there very easily. And as I slide them in, that zipper is joined together perfectly. So now I can do up my zipper, and this is ready to insert in my bag. So it's very, very easy to put the pull on there. Then I can trim this off even, cut the length that I need for my project, and Bob's your uncle. You've got your zipper ready to go. So it's a great tool. Okay, now the zipper, as I said, they come in a package of 3 yards in the metallic case. Some of them are 2.5 yards. And there is a little bit of a price range, but basically going from $19.99 for the plain colored ones up to $22.99 and $26.99 for different metal ones, metallic zippers. So lots of choice and lots of things you can use them for. Okay, now we have a number of great projects that you can perhaps use with this zipper tape and the zipper jig. So I've got 3 different great little bag projects that I want to show you. The first one, this is called the boxy bag. This is a new pattern. This is designed by Sonora, who teaches at our store. She has done an absolutely amazing job. So this bag is lined with boso or inner form, which gives it a good bit of structure. So when you undo the zipper, it opens up into a flat tray. There's 2 gussets at each side to hold it from closing up on you. And this can sit flat on your table and hold all your notions for while you're working. So when it closes up, you've got this nice bag with a great handle. When you open it up, you've got a great little tray for holding all your notions that you need to keep handy. So this is called the boxy bag. We actually have a class in this that has run a number of times, and we still have more class sections. The boxy bag pattern is very inexpensive at $9.99, and you will get your 20% off that. So it is a great little pattern, and it's an awesome class if you want to have a class experience to help you with making it, or just to get out and sew with some friends. The next one is called the clam up bag. So this is a pattern that's been around for a long time. There's 5 different sizes of the clam up bag included in the pattern. So it has a zipper in the top. Great use for your zipper tape, because you can make all these different sizes with the 1 set of tape. And when it opens up nice and wide. Again, a little gusset at each side, and then a little tab here to help you with the closing of the zipper. So all these bags are in successively smaller and larger sizes, so really, really cute. You can actually nest them one inside the other like little Russian dolls. So they range in size from a 2 3/4 inches high and 3.5 inches wide, all the way up to 5.5 inches high and 7.5 inches wide. So a great variety of sizes, serves a lot of purposes. Another great use for the zipper tape. And that pattern is $15.99 less your 20%. The last one is called the So Necessary Clutch. And this has been around for a long time. This is a bag that was created by Sally, who worked at the store here. There is a long zipper across the top. Great use for that zipper tape. But inside, there are 3 separate pouches. Now, Sally's done in all sorts of different zipper colors, but you could make them all the same and use your 3-yard zipper tape. So it's a great bag because it opens up really wide. It holds an amazing amount of stuff. And this is done with a fun focal fabric featuring mustaches. So the Sew Together bag is $18.99 less the 20%. So those are some wonderful things you can do with the zipper tape. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is two different rulers that we have at the store. The first is our store branded ruler. So this has got our logo and our name on it. It's from Creative Grids. They're custom made for the store. And on the back, you've got the grippy system that's so great. This is a 2.5 inch by 6.5 inch ruler. We've sold hundreds of these. They're so popular. These are a great ruler to have at your sewing machine so that you can quickly and easily do your trimming on subunits for your blocks that are a smaller size. So very easy to manipulate. It's got the grip on the back so it doesn't slide around, but great for doing those little cuts. So it's a wonderful thing to have right by your sewing machine. They are $14.99 less your 20%. And we go from the sublime to, I won't call it the ridiculous because it's too awesome to be ridiculous. This is a large ruler, as you can see. This is called the Stripology XL. This has all sorts of markings on it and vertical slits in it. So when I turn this sideways, you can see that there are slots cut in this ruler. These are intended for cutting multiple cuts without moving the ruler at all. It comes with a great instruction booklet. It's from Creative Grids. And you can see at the top that there is a teardrop shape slot at the top of each split in the ruler, both at the top and at the bottom. And those are to allow you to put your rotary cutter easily in that teardrop shape, slice down the slit, and then into the teardrop shape at the bottom. And it just helps you get right to the end of your cut. Along the bottom, you can see that there's all sorts of markings along here. So every 2.5 inches, there's a star marking. Sorry, every 1.5 inches, there's a star marking. Every 2.5 inches, there is a square marking. So the squares mark the 2.5 inches. So this is great when you're doing cuts that you want to do regular cuts, repeated cuts, but the same distance measure. So if you know you're cutting 2.5 inch strips for binding or sashing or something like that, you're just looking for those squares, putting your ruler in that slot and making a great big cut. So it is incredible how it increases the efficiency of your cutting. It's a wonderful tool. And I'm just going to show you that compared with the using a regular ruler. So we're going to turn the camera around. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are with a piece of fabric and my regular 6 by 24 inch ruler, and I'm going to be cutting some 2.5 inch strips just to show you the difference in efficiency when you're doing the different types. So when I'm cutting with my ruler, I'm going to position this on my end here, make sure I got everything straight, and then I'm going to cut my first strip. Move that out of the way, and I can reposition. And I've folded this over at the top just because, so there's 2 strips, and I can keep going along, and I can be reasonably quick about it. Okay, so I've cut 3 strips there, and it's going along pretty well. Now I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to cut the next batch of strips using my Stripology ruler. So I'm going to get my ruler, and I want to position the bottom line at the bottom edge of my fabric, and I'm going to take off just a little sliver just to make sure it's leveled up straight. So I'm going to just line up my black line here with the bottom edge of my fabric. Now I know when I do my cuts, I'm looking for those squares, and that's my 2.5 inches. So I'm going to take off the first strip just because I know I want to clean it up. And then I'm looking for my first square, and it's there, and I cut that through. And then the second strip, and a third strip, and a fourth strip. So I've cut all of those, and hopefully my ruler's sharp enough that this is going to show you beautifully how those all, and I've got a little nick in my blade, and I apologize for that, but if you've got a good blade, it's going to cut right through, and you can see how quickly you get those 4 strips just like that. Okay, so that is the Stripology ruler. Now, I'm not showing you half of the things that this can do, but you can see just how quickly and efficiently you can cut strips of fabric. When you rotate your ruler at 90 degrees, you can then subcut into rectangle squares. If you put it on the diagonal, you can cut into any angled units that you need to cut, all so quickly and easily. There's also markings on here to use with layer cakes or squares that you've cut yourself. So there's just a million different things that you could do with this ruler. There are also a number of different sizes of Stripology rulers, but today I'm just showing you the Stripology XL. So this is a great ruler. It is an investment because it is not a cheap ruler. It is $129.99, but it is a game changer. I cut the wedding quilt for my son and his now ex-wife. I cut that using the Stripology ruler in about 40 minutes, and it was a queen size quilt. Just with that ease of efficiency, because I was cutting all these small pieces. Jade, who works at the store, she used it recently for her symphony block of the month. She borrowed mine and immediately bought one of her own because it was such a game changer, and she got that cut in no time at all. So it just is a wonderful, wonderful tool. So whether you buy our little tiny shop ruler or our big Stripology ruler or both, you're gonna love using them. That is everything for this month, I think. I hope you guys have fun making the block and have a very, very happy April. We will talk to you again soon. Take care.